Hey everybody, Anthony Bilyeu here with EXP in our Home Buyers Guide class, our education course, just getting people started in the home buying process. This is just a quick scope overview of my 9-step process that I use, just to inform buyers of the process so they're not going in blind. All right, so here is my simple 9-step process. Step 1, finding the right agent. Step 2, preparing finances. 3, getting pre-approved. 4, ordering inspections. 5, making an offer. 6, start home shopping. 7, order an appraisal. 8, schedule the move. And 9, close on your home. So this is my process. Let's get to step 1. We have step 1, finding the right agent. So what you want to do here is just find an agent that fits you, talk to a few agents, and see which one best fits being the co-pilot to this huge financial decision you're about to make. You want someone that knows the terrain, knows the area, can communicate clearly with you on your timeline because you are our client and we work for you, not someone who just is there and unlocks doors. Step 2, preparing finances. You want to check your credit score, check your credit report, stabilize any debts, any overdue balances, missed payments, any delinquencies. You want to get that all just caught up and straightened out. You want all your payments to be paid up, making payments on time. But like we said, if you do have those delinquent payments, you want to just get those paid up, caught up, so that they're not delinquent anymore. Um, Here's when you can calculate a comfortable monthly payment for you. What can we pay when we're buying our new home? Generally, people use what they can afford in rent because they're already paying that, and that's a number that they know. So that's a great route to get you started. You can also do this once you have your agent. Your agent's going to help you with this, and it will make the process simpler for you. Also, during this step, you're going to gather your financial documents such as pay stubs, bank statements, and W-2s. Generally, you can go back about 2 months and just have those readily available for when you go to your lender to get pre-approved. During these next few steps, you're going to want to avoid big purchases or new lines of credit. Don't make any major credit changes. Don't go out and buy a car. Don't go out and go on a cruise. You want to keep your bank steady. All right. Next step is going to be getting pre-approved. Now that you have all your financial documents readily available, you will have those so that when you go get pre-approved with a lender of your choice, you can provide all those documents quick and easy. Makes the transaction much smoother. So, okay, so once you have gotten to your lender of choice, which I suggest going to 2 or 3 lenders and getting a pre-approval, at least talking with each lender and seeing how they work, their process, and which one best fits your goals. So now you have your lender, your financial documents prepared, and we can start the pre-approval process. You want to make sure to have your identification ready. And also a big key thing is providing housing history. You want to have basically a history of at least where have you lived in the last 2 years, and you want to get get that history together and have it ready to provide to the bank. So they want good housing history, they want good financial history, they want to know that you're doing the right thing, but it doesn't always disqualify you from getting approved. So don't let that discourage you. It's totally fine. They'll tell you how they can get you approved, and that's their goal. So then you work with your lender to submit your application and wait for the green light. Yay. So that's the goal here, getting pre-approved and knowing how much buying power you actually have. All right. Next step, step 4, start home shopping. Here is when you are going to define what you must have in a home and what's nice to have, but you can live without. You can use your agent for this. You can go through Zillow online home listings and the listings your agent provides you. And that'll kind of give you a guideline of, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And then you can start building your list of must-haves or just nice-to-haves. So during this process, you get with your agent, you find locations that work for you. You want something maybe close to work or your children's schools. I love being close to my kid's school so that he has the availability to walk when he needs to school. So, that works for me. And you find that target location that works for you, an agent should be able to help you with that. This is when now, once you've found your criteria, you're able to uh, narrow down your search. So your agent's going to begin to narrow down a search for you. What are your requirements? 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom houses in Magalia, California. So your agent can now find exactly what you want. Does it need a pool? Does it need this? And once you have gone over your list of, let's say, 10 houses that you've chosen, you will your agent will go into your MLS, check out the disclosures and documents, anything provided, material facts on the properties that you need to know. Does the sewer line need to be replaced? That's going to be a huge factor, for example, in whether you even want to go see this house. So once you have all those documents pulled, your agent's going to go over those with you, and you can narrow your search down from 10 to 5. And then once you have a good 5 houses that you are solid, willing to make offer on. So let's say one of these houses is a house that you'd be willing to make an offer on because you want to tour with purpose. You want to make sure that you're moving towards your end goal, which is buying a house. And so that's when you'll do that step, and you will then use those 5 houses to schedule showings with your agent, and they'll get those set up with you efficiently along your schedule, and it'll just make the whole process smooth for you. So once you've gone and done those showings with your agent, you're gonna want to compare, review, and narrow down your top picks. What I like to do is I talk to my client and say, hey, are any of these the house that you're wanting to put an offer on today? Any of these stand out to you so much that you're like, yes, I want this house? And if they don't say yes to that question, then I know that these are not top priority homes for my client. So then we can go into comparables for each property. What did we like? What didn't we like? And why are we not wanting to put offers on these properties? And this isn't to push our clients to put an offer on our property. It's to find out what is the issue with these properties so that we can find you a better property that you do want to buy. So, because that's going to be our goal. We're here to help you. Okay. That'll help you find your home with your agent. Okay, let's move on to the next step. Step 5, making an offer. So this is the key part where your agent comes in hand. They know the market, they help you understand the value and fill out your disclosures. Make sure that you are providing all material facts for your home. Well, Josephine, I'm glad you're the only one in here because I totally just messed that up. So, step 5, making an offer. This is where your agent's gonna come in as a key factor in the home buying process. Your agent knows the market, they know the value of homes, they can do the research for actual value of the home that you're purchasing, and they can pull the disclosures and go over those with you. This is gonna help you decide how much you want to offer on the home. So now the next step is the next step of making an offer is going to be strengthening the offer beyond just the price. Now, I like to do a class on this because there are many things that can go into this, such as inspections, contingencies, appraisal prices, repairs, so many things that we could deep dive into in this that's going to help you strengthen your offer. And this is why having a great agent is going to be key here, because you want an agent who can help you strengthen this offer and negotiate for you to get you the best deal. Okay, move with purpose. Good homes don't wait. If you're searching for homes and you're noticing all these homes are selling before you even have a chance to see them, it's because good homes don't wait. And I like to iterate that the home buying process, it can look slow to people, but it can also be very fast. And that's why having an agent is key, because we help keep you on the timeline to keep you moving with purpose so that we don't fall out of these home buying transactions. So you find your dream home and someone purchases it before you because we're not moving quick enough, and that's our job to help keep you moving. So we're not trying to pressure you, we're just trying to help keep you on a timeline because we know you want the house and we know how to get it for you. So here we want to avoid waiving inspections to win offers. Where I'm located in Kansas, there's a high statistic of radon, 1 in 4 homes. So I highly recommend we never skip an inspection, because that's a pretty good statistic of having radon in your home. So you definitely want to inspect as much as you can. I understand it can get pricey, but that can be bundled into closing, and your agent can help you understand and do that. Step 6, ordering inspections. So this is when you decide what inspections you want to have on the home. You say what inspections you want. Your agent does not decide, the client decides. So you tell us what inspections you want on your home. Unless there are, and the inspections I'm talking about here are basic home buyer inspections, which would consist of a full home buyer's inspection where they check from the roof to the foundation, and they're checking for any issues that you're gonna have. Now, you also can have a termite inspection and an appraisal done. Generally, when you're getting a loan, you're going to have an appraisal because the bank wants to know that the house you're getting is worth the money that you're spending on it. So this just helps save you and the bank. Then you have your home inspection, which you decide your inspector and your agent can schedule that for you, or you can schedule it yourself. And that can also be bundled into closing. You can pay those costs when you close, whether it be negotiated that the seller pay them or the seller do the repairs. So it's kind of another deep dive on a contingency there, but basically here, what you're going to want to do is tell your agent what inspections you want. Do you want a full house inspection? Do you want to waive that? I never recommend waiving it. Termite inspection. Some states have fire inspections, water inspections, flood inspections. So really you need to be with your agent depending on what state you're in to decide what exact inspections you need. But here in Kansas, they generally run a home buyer's inspection, a radon inspection, and a termite inspection, which I suggest all 3 here. So your agent will probably suggest them all as well, because you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you buy a home, waive an inspection, and you're stuck paying to have whatever fixed that was an issue that could have been caught during an inspection. So this is where you go. You can choose the inspector yourself, or you can have your agent choose. Usually my buyers I give them a list and they can choose, and then I will set it up for them so that it's just a smoother process. That I'll notify them when the inspection's happening, and as soon as we get the results, then I go over those with my client. So your agent should be doing that as well. You want to read the reports with your agent, not alone, because a lot of these reports differ hugely and the verbiage can be confusing, and what they're saying is not always straightforward, and that's why agents come in clutch here. So don't skip specialty inspections just to save money. You want the most bang for your buck. Next step 7, ordering an appraisal. Usually you'll do this with your lender. Your lender's going to order the appraisal, not you. Whether you pay for the appraisal or it's bundled into your closing costs, it depends on the lender you use. So The appraisal is just there to protect you and the lender, and the appraisal can impact your loan terms. It just depends on how much the house actually values at. So if you're asking for $50,000 more than what the appraiser is saying the house is worth, then that can impact whether they want to approve the loan or not. So the goal here when you're home shopping is to get a house that the value that you're buying it is going to meet or exceed the appraisal so that you're getting more bang for your buck here. We want to continue to avoid big purchases or new lines of credit. We don't want to make any big ripples on your credit report that's going to scare away your lender and cause a denial. Step 8, knowing your timeline. Oh, step 8, scheduling your move. So what you want to do here is know your timeline. When you have the best agent, your agent's going to have your timeline. I have actually my critical date checklist, and it's going to have the seller's information, buyer's information, address, escrow companies, actions we need to take, the deadlines, the date and the date they were completed, and I fill that list out for my clients and keep it updated so that they know what's going on, and then they can meet the deadlines and are not surprised on my end. So by having a sheet like that, your agent's going to provide that to you, who's going to keep you on track. And by knowing your timeline, you can schedule your closing appointments, such as getting your utilities switched over, hiring a moving company if that's what you decide. Setting up anything you need to get switched over, home security, solar, whatever applies to your your home buying process. Your agent will also know all of this. That's why I put finding the right agent as number 1, because they should be able to guide you through all of this hand in hand. So we're gonna set up homeowners insurance and utilities to start before or on move-in. Generally on move-in date or closing date, the date that you will get the keys is the date that you want your utilities to start. Avoid waiting till the last minute. All these utilities, insurances, moving companies can be set up beforehand for the date in the future that you plan to move. So setting these up a month in advance can save you by having to rush through companies to find the right one who's going to help you because they're all booked up. This makes your move as stress-free as possible. And our final step, it says step 8, but this is actually step 9. So step 9 is closing on your home. What you're going to do here is review your closing disclosures with your agent, bring the required funds, whether it be certified check, wire transaction, ACH, bring it in the correct form with valid ID so that they can accept it. Have your spouse, if you're legally married, or a power of attorney for real estate, or a general power of attorney that covers real estate, present for signatures. Some states and states have requirements that require your spouse to sign on these documents, so you need to have them or that available so you're not surprised when that happens. Now, avoid wiring money without understanding the process and reviewing instructions carefully. The escrow company, title company, lawyer that you're using, they will give you specific wiring instructions, and if you do not understand those, do not wire the money. Give them a call. Give someone a call, your agent, your escrow company, until you fully understand those wiring instructions so your money is safe throughout the whole transaction, if that is the method that you choose to use. Well, congratulations, everybody. You're ready to start your home buying journey. This was a lot of information, and I'd like to break each slide down individually and explain a little more in depth for you guys, so we can look forward to that. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. It was a lot to absorb, but that's why I like to say having an agent is a key piece of this process. If you don't know how to do it, don't know what to do, an agent's going to help you, and an agent can save you a lot of money. So thank you for coming, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.